There are moments in life when you give everything you have, and still, nothing seems to happen. You study hard, you work tirelessly, you push yourself beyond limits, and yet, the results remain invisible. It feels like shouting into an empty valley, where no echo ever returns. Many people at such a point decide to quit. They convince themselves that perhaps the dream wasn't meant for them, that maybe life had different plans. But there is a story from nature that teaches us the exact opposite. The story of the Chinese bamboo tree, a lesson about patience, perseverance, and the miracle that comes only to those who never give up. Once, a farmer decided to grow a bamboo tree. He selected a small piece of land, prepared the soil, and carefully planted the seeds. Every day he watered them. Every day he nurtured the earth, removing weeds, protecting it from pests, and waiting for the miracle to happen. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, but the ground remained bare. Not even the tiniest shoot appeared. Still he persisted. 1 year passed. Still nothing. Imagine his feelings. All the effort, all the time, and not a single sign of progress. His neighbors watched him and laughed. They shook their heads and told him he was wasting his time. "Why don't you plant rice or wheat?" they asked. "At least those will give you food. You've worked for a whole year, and you still have nothing to show for it." But the farmer smiled quietly and continued watering the invisible seed. The second year came. Once again, he watered the soil every morning and every evening. He did not miss a day. Yet as the months passed, the land remained empty. The people around him now began to mock him openly. They called him foolish. They said he had lost his mind. 2 years of your life gone, they shouted, and not even a leaf has grown. But the farmer did not argue. He simply returned to his small plot of land, poured water into the soil, and trusted the seed he had planted. A third year came. Now the farmer began to feel the weight of his decision. 3 years of effort, 3 years of hope, and still no visible result. He questioned himself late at night. Maybe they were right. Maybe it really was foolish to keep trying. He could almost hear the laughter of his neighbors echoing in his mind. And yet something inside whispered to him, "Keep going. Don't stop. Have faith." So tired but determined, he kept watering. The fourth year came. For long years of work with nothing to see. At this point, even his family began to worry. "You've given so much," they said, "but you're getting nothing in return. You're wasting your life." He felt the sting of their doubt, and many times he thought about giving up. But each time, he reminded himself that he had planted something precious. He remembered why he started, and he chose to continue. And then in the fifth year, something extraordinary happened. A tiny green shoot broke through the soil. At first, it looked so small, so fragile, that anyone could have stepped on it and crushed it without even noticing. But within days, the little sprout began to grow, and grow, and grow. In a matter of 6 weeks, the Chinese bamboo tree shot up to nearly 90 feet tall. What had once been an empty patch of soil was now home to a towering, magnificent tree that seemed to touch the sky. Now here is the question. Did the bamboo tree grow 90 feet in 6 weeks, or did it grow 90 feet in 5 years? The truth is, it took 5 years. For 5 years, the seed was growing underground, developing roots strong enough to hold its massive height. Invisible roots were spreading deep into the earth, preparing the plant for the moment when it would rise. Without those hidden years of preparation, the bamboo would never have been able to stand tall. Life works in exactly the same way. There are times when you feel like nothing is happening, even though you're working hard. You're studying, you're practicing, you're applying for jobs, you're building a dream, and yet there's no visible reward. You may even feel as though all your effort is being wasted. But just like the bamboo seed, something is happening beneath the surface. You're building roots, skills, resilience, patience, strength, experience. Qualities that cannot be seen, but which are absolutely essential if you are to grow tall and strong. Most people give up in the first year. Many more give up in the second or third. Almost no one makes it to the fifth. They stop just before the miracle happens. But those who persist, those who keep watering their dreams even when the soil looks empty, those are the ones who experience the bamboo moment. That sudden, explosive growth that seems to come overnight, but is actually the result of years of unseen effort. Think about your own life. Maybe you are in your first year of planting, or your second, or perhaps even your fourth. Maybe you are surrounded by people who laugh at you, people who don't understand why you are trying so hard when there's nothing to show. Maybe even your own heart whispers doubts late at night. But remember the farmer. Remember the bamboo. Growth takes time. Patience is power. Success is not always about who runs the fastest, but who refuses to stop running. It's not about who shines first, but who continues to shine the longest. Your time will come, as long as you keep going. The ground may look empty today, but deep down, your roots are spreading. Every failure, every setback, every silent day without results, it's all part of your preparation. And when your time comes, the world will be astonished at how quickly you rise. So when you feel like giving up, think of the bamboo tree. Remind yourself that what looks like nothing is actually something. Trust the process. Trust your roots. Keep watering your dream every day, even when you can't see the results. Because one day, when the moment is right, you too will shoot up like the bamboo, strong, unstoppable, and taller than you ever imagined. And on that day, you will realize that the only reason you succeeded was because you refused to quit. The world may call it luck, but you will know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was patience. It was perseverance. It was the courage to believe when nobody else did. That is the secret of the bamboo tree. And that is the secret of never giving up. Just like the bamboo tree, learning English takes time. For months or even years, it may feel like nothing is happening. You practice words, you listen, you repeat, and still, you wonder if you're really improving. But remember, every single effort is building your roots. Every lesson, every video, every new word is preparing you for that breakthrough moment. And one day, your English will grow tall and strong, just like the bamboo. People will be amazed at your progress, but you will know it was your patience and persistence that made it possible. So keep practicing, keep believing, and never give up on your English journey. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And continue growing with me, one lesson at a time.